Welcome to this media literacy breakdown. Today I'm reviewing moments from a live stream hosted by Britney and Craig, and examining how religious language was used in ways that can steer an audience, sometimes unintentionally, beyond open discussion. This isn't about judging anyone's faith. It's about recognizing communication patterns so we can all think more clearly. Disclaimer: this review reflects my analysis of the publicly shared livestream. I'm critiquing rhetorical techniques, not personal character or religious beliefs. Short quotations are used for commentary and education under fair use. Viewers are encouraged to watch the original stream in full and make up their own minds. Proof texting as a trump card. One recurring move was proof texting, citing a verse to close a question rather than open a conversation. In the stream, divorce and polygamy passages were quoted, then treated as definitive for everyone listening. Effect: the Bible functions as a debate ender rather than the start of careful interpretation. Nuance, like alternative readings within Christianity, gets sidelined. Divine sanction for personal choices. Another device was claiming divine sanction for a relationship. Lines like, "God brought you to me," or "He established us." Effect: if a choice is framed as God's will, disagreement can feel like opposing God, which discourages healthy pushback from the audience, or even from each other. Fear appeals around children. We also heard dramatic statistics about step-parents harming children, numbers the speakers themselves weren't sure about. Effect: an unsourced, scary stat can powerfully nudge listeners toward a preferred moral conclusion. Fear is persuasive even when the data is uncertain. Purity framing that narrows options. At several points, sexual ethics were framed so that marriage saves you from fornication, implying the only alternatives are sin or immediate coupling. Effect: by reducing the choice set, the moral frame funnels people toward one path, even if their circumstances require nuance. Conflating faith and national identity. When a chatter objected to religious talk, the response included, "In God we trust, and it's a Christian country." Effect: tying religion to national identity paints dissent as un-American or outsider, which pressures the room to accept the religious frame as the default. Persecution narrative to inoculate against critique. Critics were described as haters or jealous. Past audience loss was linked to speaking the truth. Effect: this inoculation move trains followers to dismiss criticism as bad faith, making genuine concerns easier to ignore. Authority stacking, the Bible and science. The stream linked brain development ages, 25 for women, 30 for men, to biblical adulthood rules, presented as a neat alignment. Effect: pairing scripture with simplified sciences claims creates a double authority, even if the science is more complex than presented. Having it both ways on marriage papers. Civil marriage was minimized as just a paper God may not recognize, yet legal risks, "you could take half my stuff," were cited as reasons not to marry. Effect: spiritual language uplifts a preference, while secular consequences are used as a shield. The argument shifts to whatever frame best protects the conclusion. Shaming alternatives, real families. A question was raised: if there are no children, was it ever really a family? Effect: that framing can shame child-free marriages and devalue people's lives that don't fit a specific mold. Thought-terminating clichés. Phrases like, "God is not the author of confusion," "haters," or "find another channel," were used to close threads quickly. Effect: these slogans end thinking by labeling dissent rather than answering it. Spiritualizing moderation decisions. Moments of tension were resolved by returning to spiritual authority. "Jesus is my measuring stick," as a reason to drop topics. Effect: turning a moderation choice into a religious duty raises the social cost of disagreeing. Parasocial warmth as a persuasion ramp. There was lots of friendly roll call nicknames and casual chat polls. Effect: warmth builds group cohesion. Once the room feels safe and seen, strong moral claims face less resistance. Freedom of speech framing over interpersonal impact. When one host worried about backlash, the reply emphasized saying what I want and cultural censorship. Effect: reframing hurt as an abstract free speech battle sidesteps accountability for how words land in relationships. How to spot this next time. When watching any stream, religious or not, ask: is scripture or expert talk used to end questions rather than explore them? Are scary stats sourced? Are critics labeled as outsiders or immoral? Do personal preferences get rebranded as God's will? Are catchy phrases shutting down thinking? If you answer yes a few times, manipulation may be in play, even if unintentional. Faith can guide, comfort, and inspire. It can also be packaged to pressure. The goal isn't cynicism, it's clarity. If this breakdown helped, share it with someone who loves both truth and compassion. Thanks for watching, and keep your discernment switched on. The live stream is over on my Rumble page. I've put the link in the description.